In this quest for study abroad, I want to tell you that there is no giving up, all right? We are not giving up. I told you people some time ago that everybody must move abroad. It's by fire, by force. Now, this video is about Italy study visa, or a study visa to Italy, or better still, I can put it like an Italian student visa. As an international student who intend to migrate abroad, know that you need a visa, all right? And in this video, I would be telling you about some of the documents that you need in order to apply for the Italian study visa. Again, as an international student who is looking for study opportunities abroad in Italy, you should know two things: that you need a visa. That is the thing number one, or the very first thing you should know, which means that you are either going to be going to a consular or an embassy to apply for the study visa to Italy. The second thing you should put at the back of your mind before even the visa stage, this is probably going to be before the admissions process, is that some universities in Italy are very cheap when it comes to tuition fee payment. All right. At the end of the year, you might just spend something less than 3,000 euros, or at the end of your program. Because of what? A lot of scholarship opportunities that are available in Italy. And I have been talking about this for several times. Before I continue with this video, guys, there is something I want to mention here, which is not part of the video. Someone wrote me and was asking if the embassy in Northern Cyprus, the American embassy in Northern Cyprus, is open and accepting visas, and what type of visas. Guys, if you are the person, please note that the embassy will always be open. But the problem is, I have always reiterated on this YouTube channel that the American embassy in Northern Cyprus will not give you a study visa. Please always listen to me, all right? They will not give you a study visa. Before, it used to be like that, but nowadays it is impossible. As a matter of fact, all the embassies in North Cyprus will not give you a study visa. A study visa is a visa for more than 90 days. Embassies in North Cyprus would either direct you or refer you to Turkey or to South Cyprus, and that is where you need another visa. So that is that. Now let's continue with the Italian student visa, or student visa to Italy. If you want to study in Italy, now is the time you should be looking at your university. Some schools are already closing, while others will close by March and early April. And there is a particular way you have to go about your study visa application, or first of all, your admissions applications. Now, universities in Italy has a particular platform, or let me say a platform where you have to do legalization. It's like more or less like authentication of your documents. Now, the platform is called Universitali. As soon as you get an admissions, if you apply to a university, some people would decide to apply through Universitali, while others would decide to apply via the university's website. Now, if you apply via the university's website, all right, then after you get admissions, you have to do pre-enrollment at Universitali, all right? That is what you need to understand. There is something called pre-enrollment. You must do it at Universitali. It is very, very important. When you do the pre-enrollment now, everything will be set and you would be able to apply to an Italian embassy. Some universities in Italy, guys, when you are filling the application form, you will notice that there is even a space. They will ask you, do you need a visa? You will tick yes. And again, the next place will be, you should select where you are going to be applying for the visa. That is because you have to go to Universitali and do your necessary legalization or whatever. You have to do pre-enrollment first on Universitali before you go to the Italian embassy where you indicated that you were going to apply for your visa and apply for the visa. That is how it is. Now, if you want to apply for a study visa to Italy, there are documents you need. And at the extreme end of this video, I will talk about the documents. But first, you are applying for the visa at the consular, Italian consular in your home country, or you are going to be applying for the visa at the Italian embassy in your home country. It depends on which one you are going to be choosing, okay? Now, there are two types of visas if you want to migrate to Italy for studies. The very first visa you are going to be using, all right, to Italy for studies is called the C-type visa. With the C-type visa, it has multiple entries, all right. What do I mean here? You can enter Italy and come out, enter and come out, enter and come out. That is the meaning of multiple entries. All right. I recently got a student, my friend, I'm calling him a friend and a brother, who was given a multiple entry visa to Canada. All right, few days ago. So that is how a multiple entry visa is. And with a multiple entry visa to Italy, you are going to be studying for less than 90 days. Okay. So that is it. Now, with the other type of visa you need as an international student who is going for a bachelor's degree program, you are going to be needing the other type of visa called a D-type visa. With a D-type visa, you are going to, it's a more than 90 days visa, which means that you are going to be living in Italy for more than 90 days, all right? So if you want to be going, if you are going for a bachelor's program or a master's program or PhD, their own visa type is the D-type visa. Please always read the website very well. The websites of the various embassies, all right, means a lot. The websites of the various diplomatic missions means a lot. Read them well before you come to Milton and start asking questions, guys. If you need a one-on-one consultation, please book an appointment from the video description box, all right, so that I can call you and we talk about your study abroad journey. After I call you, you are going to understand a lot of things. Avoid being scammed by people, all right? But remember, my appointments are not free. I am a very clean and straightforward somebody. Thank you so much for understanding. When you get this visa and enter into Italy, you are going to go straight to the officials called the Questoria to tell them that you are available here and this is where you live, so that they can give you two cards, one for identification and the other one for your residence permit, all right? I hope you understand. They have a certain name, I don't remember. You will check when you arrive Italy. Now, these are the list of top universities, because before you even apply for the visa, you need universities that you are going to be applying for. Then when you get admissions, you apply for a visa. Which are some of the universities? University of Sapienza is actually open. University of Napoli is actually open. They call it Federico de Napoli or the Naps in Italian, all right? But there is a school in Napoli like that. If you check, you are going to see. University of Roma, you need da Roma or something in Italian. They are open. It's open. Then other universities like the University of Camerino, it's already closed. And I think the second round of application is going to be opening very soon. In Italy, there are about 57 state universities and around 14 to 17 private institutions. So you should check from the score or from the list to know which one you are going to be applying for, all right? So that is what you need. Now, when you apply to these universities, like I told you, by April, May, June, you are going to get admissions. These are the documents you need to supply to the embassy when you are applying for your Italian student visa, all right? One, your international passport. Remember that the international passport is your travel document and should not expire till the very last minute when you are leaving Italy. So if your program is 3 years, 2 years, make sure your international passport is above that. Sometimes international students get rejected from visas, or let me say the embassies reject your visa sometimes because you are the cause. You cannot be going to an embassy, your program is 3 years, you are showing the embassy a visa that is your passport that is left 1 year. No, it is impossible. If you do this, you will be rejected because you are not serious. If you want the embassy to give you a visa, start by arranging the documents, your passport first. Very important. I told someone today who just called me for a one-on-one consultation that he should go and do his passport again. He intends applying for the visa around September, but I told him your passport is left 12 months. Do a different one. Don't give the consular official to have reasons to reject you, all right? If you don't supply the right documents, you would be rejected. If you keep going there with incomplete documents, they will keep rejecting you. All right, so you will be doubting yourself. Why is it that people are going and I'm being rejected? You are the cause. Provide the right documents. Passport, document number 1. Document number 2, acceptance letter from the university. Have you been accepted to the University of Camerino, to the University of Bonaventure, or the University of Napoli, the University of Roma, Sapienza? Which one? Remember, some universities in Italy, for you to apply to these universities, you need different set of documents. Motivation letters, recommendation letters, reference letters. Some schools will ask you. Meanwhile, others will not ask you. So it is your duty to check all of this. Some schools will ask for an application fee, but I think few universities in Italy don't deserve an application fee. Don't ask me. All the videos are on this channel. Go and search for them, all right? I am not the one responsible, or else we have an appointment. Now, some other universities in Italy will tell you that apply before you do universitally, all right? Universitally, where you have to do pre-enrollment. Why some schools will tell you that no, you have to do pre-enrollment before, but I don't look at that. Always go for universities that you have to apply to them then before you do pre-enrollment. That is the best way to go about it. Acceptance letter is very important. Document number 2. Document number 3 now is your visa application form. Of course, you are going to get it from the Italian embassy website. It is not something that is hidden. Always check the embassy's website so you know what you are doing. Document number 4. The flight itinerary is the document you need. Remember, your flight should be to and fro to Italy, all right? If you are going for studies, then you have to tell the agency. If it's the Turkish Airlines, tell them that you are going for studies. You will not be coming back. They are going to tell you what to do, all right? The document number 5 you need is a criminal record. Have you been jailed before? Have you went to prison before? You need a document from the police to show this information. It is called a criminal record document, all right? Language proficiency. If your study is going to be in Italian, then you need to show that you have at least a B2 of the language. Sometimes C1 is accepted. Sometimes they will even take A2. It's accepted. But again, get something good if your language, if you are going to be studying in English, then it is fine and good for you to go. If your program is in English and you had studied in English before, all right, it's not a very big deal. So you can always take that. Now, financial means is another very big problem international students face. If you want to study in Europe, you have to prove that you have finance to take care of yourself and of course pay your tuition fee. How is this finance documented? If your tuition fee is 5,000 euros, it is always good for you to show that you have 10,000 euros so as to take care of yourself. But some countries do not work like that, so you have to know the process for each country. For Italy, it is recommended by the Italian officials or Italian government that international students prove that they have between 450 euros to 550 euros every month to spend for their tuition fee and their feeding, their accommodation, their utilities, and all the rest. Now, taking 550 euros times 12 months, because you need to show a bank statement for 1 year, which is 12 months. If you multiply 550 by 12, you are going to get around 6,600 euros. And to me, if you ask Milton, I would recommend you put 7,000 euros into your account, all right? Or your sponsor should show that he or she has at least 7,000 euros. Sometimes you may even provide your own bank statement, even if you are using the bank statement of your sponsor. It is very important sometimes like that. Don't just rely on your sponsor's bank statement. Sometimes at least prove that you also have a bank statement, all right, so that it can increase your chances. There are other universities, the University of Perugia. There are universities like the Padua University, all right. All these universities, those looking for geoscience and science programs, check these 2 universities I just mentioned. So that is how it is. These are the most important documents. And of course, accommodation document is also important. If you want to study in Italy, you need an accommodation document, all right. It is very, very important for you to show this. Very important, guys. Now, remember, for the accommodation, you are either going to take from your university or you take online. You can buy or book an accommodation online. I'm going to bring another video where I will talk about how you are going to go on the sites where you can get accommodation. Medical insurance, very, very important. If you are applying for your visa for 1 year, get an insurance policy for 1 year. Remember, for study visa, you have to prove that you have 30 to 60,000 euros for your insurance coverage, all right, for European Union. Now, this money, you are not going to be showing that you have this money. In one of my videos about studies in Luxembourg, I said that you would just go to the various insurance company, which I mentioned in that particular video, that you should go to them and tell them, I want to apply for a study visa to this country and I need insurance for this duration. 1 year, good to go. All right. Then they are going to tell you how much they will charge you per day and multiply for 1 year. They usually charge 0.00. In fact, it's not expensive, but you are not showing 30,000 euros to anybody. All right. So popular insurance companies are Swisscare, AXA Insurance, and so many others. Some countries, if you want to apply for a visa, you need to follow the insurance companies that their embassies have. Like, for example, for Spain, they will always give you a certain insurance company or insurance companies to use. For Estonia, same thing. For Belgium, same thing. All right. So you need to be careful with what you are doing and always check embassies' websites very well. Remember, things are changing and documents are changing. So if you are looking for possibilities like this, you have to know that things are changing. Of course, the last requirement that you need to apply for Italian visa is your application fee. Of course, you need an application fee. You cannot go to the embassy like that without an application fee. So you have to pay attention to this. Please note that it is very important. Pay attention to this.